Welcome everyone. So today's topic is again gravitation, class 10th physics, but in this gravitation lesson we are going to study today two concepts, that is one is free fall and second one is gravitational potential energy. So student, again these are very important topic from this lesson, that is gravitation. So let's start lesson. Alright, so our first topic is free fall. Now let us understand what does it mean. Okay, so let us understand free fall. So what is it? So student, take a small stone and hold it in your hand. Now which forces are acting on the stone? So obviously it is a gravitational force. We know that the force of gravity due to the earth acts on each and every object when we were holding the stone in our hand, and the stone was experiencing this force, but it was balanced by a forces that we were applying on it in the opposite direction, and as a result the stone remained at rest position. Now now release the stone. What do you observe? What are the forces acting on the stone after you release it? Now we were holding the stone in our hand, and at that point the gravitational force and other forces are acting on it, and the stone, these two forces, different types of forces are balanced, and due to this balance of some forces the stone at rest position. And when we are releasing the stone from our hand, what happened? What do you observe? What are the other forces acting on the stone after you release it? So once we release the stone from our the only force that acts on it is the gravitational force of the earth. Okay, and the stone falls down under its influence. And apart from the gravitational force of the earth, when the stone was falling freely on towards the ground, the frictional force due to air opposes the motion of the object, and a buoyant force also acts on the object. All right, now whenever an object moves under the influence of the gravitational force alone, it is said to be falling freely, and thus the released stone is in a free fall. Now what is the free fall? The earth attracts any object towards it due to the gravitational force. Okay, and when an object moves such that only gravitational force of the earth acts on it, it is said to be in free fall. Alright, so I hope you have understood till here. Now let's move. Now in the free fall, what happened? In the free fall, the initial velocity that means u, it should be equals to 0 and goes on increasing due to acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Now student, during the free fall, the frictional force of the air and buoyant force also acts on the object, and as these two forces will opposes the gravitational force. Okay, so what happened? Due to this, the stone cannot move freely, and vacuum is a place where no other force is there apart from the gravitational force, and that's why the free fall is possible only in the vacuum, because vacuum is a place where no other force acting on the object, only gravitational force is there of the earth is there which will act on the object, and thus free fall is possible only in the vacuum. Alright, now for a freely falling object, the velocity on reaching the earth and the time taken for it can be calculated by using the Newton's equation of motion. We know that there are three types of Newton's equation of motion are there. This we have already studied in 9th standard. And for a free fall, the initial velocity, that is u, is equals to 0, and the acceleration, that is a will be equal to g, and thus we can write the equations as, now here these are the three equations of motion. First is v is equals to u plus at, second one is s is equals to ut plus half at square, and third one is v square is equals to u square plus 2es. Now these are the three equation of motions, Newton's equation of motion. Now in this three equation, just we have to replace we have to write 0 on the place of u because initial velocity is 0, and we have to replace a by G. Okay, now let us see how the equation will change. U is equals to 0 and A will be replaced by G. Okay, now here the first equation will become V is equals to GT, because U will be 0 and A is G. So V is equals to GT, and second equation will become S is equals to half AT square, because U is 0, so U 0 multiplied by T, it will be 0. And third equation will become V square will be equals to 2GS. Okay, so this is how the three equation of motion will be changed in the free falling. Okay, so student, for calculating the motion of an object thrown upwards acceleration is negative. Okay, that is in direction opposite to the velocity and is taken to be minus G, and the magnitude of G is the same. The magnitude of the G will be is the same, but the velocity of the object decreases. Why decreases? Because of this negative acceleration. All right. Okay, so the moon and the artificial satellites are moving only under the influence of the gravitational force of field of the earth, and thus they are in free fall. So this was all about free fall. Now let's study our next topic, that is gravitational potential energy. All right, so now let's first see that what is potential energy. So we have studied potential energy in 9th standard. All right, so the energy stored in an object because of its position or state is called potential energy. Okay, so this is a potential energy, and this energy is relative and increases as we go to greater heights from the surface of the earth. That means as we are moving from the above from the surface of the earth, this energy become increases. Okay, or greater. Now we will see what is a gravitational potential energy. So the gravitational potential energy is the energy stored in an object due to its position above the earth's surface. All right, so student, always remember the difference between potential energy and gravitational potential energy. So this is gravitational potential energy, so word gravitational should comes in the sentence. All right, now here the formula for gravitational potential energy, it will be EP is equals to mgh. All right, where m is the mass, g is the gravity, and h will be the height above from the earth's surface. So mass of an object will be m and height is equals to h. Okay, so mgh on the ground, it is always 0. Okay, now here when height is small, that is when h is small compared to the radius r of the earth, that means the radius of the earth we know na, the value of r, and when h will be small as comparison to r, we can assume g to be constant and can use the formula mgh. All right, so value of g is 9.8 meter per second square, so that will be constant. All right, and here but for the large values of h, that means where h will be greater than the radius of the earth, so what happened, the value of g will be decreases. We have already learned this in our one of the video from this gravitation chapter, that the value of g on the surface of the earth, it is 9.8 or 9.7, but as we move from away from the earth, so above from the earth, so what happened, the value of g start decreasing and height will be increasing. All right, so for an object at an infinite distance from the earth, the value of g is 0, and earth's gravitational forces does not act on the object. That means as the object will start moving away very infinite distance from the earth's surface, so the value of g will be 0. Why be 0? Because the earth's gravitational force will be cancelled over there, it will not act or in a lesser amount. Okay, so it is more appropriate to assume the value of potential energy to be 0 there. all right, and thus for the smaller distances that it heights, the potential energy is less than 0, and that is it is in negative. And when an object is at a height h from the surface of the earth, its potential energy can be written as minus it will be gmm upon r plus h. So in the formula that Newton's universal law of gravitation, there it is gmm upon r square, but here at the height h above from the earth surface, so it will be r plus h. All right, and here m and r are the earth's mass and the radius respectively. So student, I hope you all have understood the free fall and gravitational potential energy. And the next topic and the next and last topic from this lesson we will continue in our next session. Thank you all of you.